Oh man. All right. Let's get talking.
Oh,
So on that note, all right. So we are currently reading Superfans. I I think I told you I'm about a little over a third of the way through.
hmm
I love this book so far.
awesome.
I really like it. I like it a lot. Um, I think let's just do a quick talk, an overview of it today, and then we'll dive into it a little more next week. Um, so my impressions, like I said, are I love this book. I really like it. It's interesting because I'm reading some of this stuff, and it's just like it's annoying because I know all of this stuff. If you know what I mean, like it's um all of these things that I've known about marketing and I've looked at marketing and I've thought about it before. I've just never really implemented it and I've never really thought about it in the way that he is laying it out. And like I love it, but it's annoying me because I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I should have known that. I should
Well,
be doing that."
I mean, let's look at these charts.
Yeah, go for it.
um, let me pull it up. He has two charts essentially throughout the whole book.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this. I can't see
Move
the
it up.
screen.
There you go, right there.
All right. Um, so obvious, right?
Yeah.
Pyramid starting at people casually get to know you, they become active
Yep.
with you, they start to feel connected, and then they become super fans,
Yep.
right? Okay, cool, cool. You gotta have a pyramid. I guess you gotta have a graphic somewhere because he has like three others. Um,
Yep.
and then the he has the anti pyramid, which
The
goes from
anti-pyramid?
yeah on the next
Where is
page.
that one? Is that one? Okay. Hold on. What?
For me, it's page 32.
Oh, yes. The anti-pyramid. You're right. The funnel. The
Right?
funnel.
Traffic, subscribers, sales page, customers.
Yeah, this is the one that I see all the time
Yep.
with anybody. That's yeah, that's the one that's the one that I see all the time. Any marketing people like Brandon Bouchard is really famous for this. Anyway, yeah,
Yep.
go on.
So that's my he doesn't call it the anti-pyramid, but he calls it basically the wrong way to do it. Um and I don't want to get into that because I kind of want to kind of hit a high level view today because we don't really have time to dive into
Yeah.
it too much.
Yep.
Um so unless you
Though
drag me into the conversation, I'll keep
no,
it high level.
I think high level is really good. And then next week, what we can do is talk about each step in the pyramid, like moving forward, and either turn each step of the pyramid into an episode, or maybe even just like talk about two in an episode because um, I think some of it can. I think I think it's just going to depend upon how much we get into each of these steps.
Yeah, I think just to keep it a fun rolling dialogue on this one to see what it is. His
Yeah.
and he says this, right? If you're trying to figure out how to do a podcast, go to the table of contents for books
Yep.
and go through their
Yep.
table of contents.
Yep.
So when I'm looking at it, he has three parts of interest for the book,
Hmm.
um, which is all leading up to superfans, and then he gets into the dark side of building superfans and things to watch out for, and not how to cheat on your wife and stuff like that. I guess not how
Yeah.
to get shot, um,
Yep.
more how to not get shot mostly. And
Podcast cheat sheet.
right
I
there it
I do
is.
like he had that. I'm like, this is cool. This
Right.
guy's cool.
Yeah, he's funny. What is he? Half Filipino and half Italian or something?
Something like that. I'm like, that's a great combination there. Just growing up. Could you imagine growing up in a household like that?
Yeah, like what does dinner look like? It sounds so
I don't
interesting.
know. Like
Can you
I've
imagine the
known.
seafood?
So my uncle who passed away this past year, hilarious story about him. He uh I don't know how he did this or what ended up happening, but he met this woman online. We had no idea that he was doing this and talking to people. Have you ever heard of the term passport bro?
No, I have a instant idea, but tell me about it.
Um, Passport bros are guys who go overseas to find a wife because specifically leaving the US to go find a wife because they get fed up with trying to find a wife here in the US because they're all poisoned by
Feminists
feminism.
killed the American macho man.
That's I'm not necessarily saying that, although hint hint. Anyway,
But again, you haven't married American girl, have you?
fair point. Fair point. Um, but like, so they go overseas because they're trying to look for that traditional woman, that traditional wife. Girls out there, if you're listening, in all reality, I like seriously, you want to get a guy, you want to get a good guy, be a traditional woman. You're gonna get a really good guy at that point. Like,
Yes. Yeah, exactly. If you want to find a nice guy, take off the stripper videos from TikTok and
so
Instagram.
true.
Stop flirting with other guys on your phone
Oh
while
my
you are
gosh,
on
yes,
date
please,
with your bro or
please
your
do
boy
that.
toy,
Yep.
and um, let him buy you dinner. Expect him to, right? Actually, expect him to, because if he
Expect
doesn't,
him to expect him to buy you dinner
end the movie.
and the movie.
Yep,
Expect him to open the door for you.
yep. Don't
Expect like
anticipate
all doors.
the first night.
Oh God, if 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 he if he has a on the first night, you you might want to walk away.
Right, right. He's he's not the traditional guy.
He's not the guy you're looking
He's
for.
regular guy, but particle man, particle gunfight with triangle man.
Yep. So anyway, passport bros are the guys who just like go overseas and they're looking for a wife. My uncle was a passport bro before that was even a thing because he found this woman online. They started talking, and then he tells the family. He didn't even tell the family that I was talking to a woman. He tells the family that he's going over to the Philippines for a trip. He goes over to the Philippines for a trip, comes back with a wife, and we're like, what?
Bravo, guy. Bravo.
And she is the sweetest woman, amazing woman that you will ever meet. The family, like we all fell in love with her from the very beginning. And we're just like, wow, you're awesome. And we're just like, how in the world
I
did
know
you?
some Filipino girls.
Mhm.
Very sweet.
Yep.
Um, if you are a good guy and you want, so here's some things like a lot of guys don't realize anymore because feminism killed the whole family thing.
Go for it.
It's nice when the mother of your wife treats you like a son,
Yeah.
right? If you've never
Yeah.
experienced that, go to the
Yeah.
Philippines,
Yes.
right? For her to make nice comments, to appreciate you as a handsome person, right? Not as
Yep.
right, but at just be excited that her daughter is with somebody handsome,
Hmm.
right? And to like treat you as a son, it's great, right?
Yep.
So this is look for this even if you I mean, it's nice. I'm sure you can get this in America. There's some nice girls. Normally they're marrying foreign boys too for some reason,
Yeah. Yep.
right?
It's
The feminists also killed the macho man, right? So it goes two ways. Be a macho man, right? But
yep.
open the door.
Yep.
So learn some manners, boys. Learn some
And the funny
manners.
part is
Dads
like
teach manners.
the funny part is there are videos and stuff of these feminist women who are coming out and they're complaining and they're like, how can I find a good man? How can I find a good man? And it's like,
They're not saying I haven't heard how do we find a good man. How I want to find a man that's got money, who's going to take care of me, who's going to do the dishes, who's going to love me and treasure me, who will let me go around do what I want, who respect me, not make me do dishes or cook and clean, and fund me and do all the traditional stuff and let me play.
well,
That's mostly what I hear. Or maybe
Yeah,
that's mostly the stuff that's being made fun of. I'm
I
not
think
sure.
I think that's most of the stuff that's being made fun of, and also most of the stuff, a lot of stuff that you're gonna hear. But there are some women out there who are coming out there and being like, I want a guy with traditional values, but I don't want him to be a conservative, things like that.
Right? Yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
I want all
and it's
that,
just
but I
like,
don't want somebody who likes Trump or who's
really,
patriotic.
do you not recognize that that's where you need to go to find that type of a guy? And most of those guys are probably not going to want to put up with your I don't know what you want to call it, because it's definitely not feminist. Your BS, I don't know, your BS stuff. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, so
uh,
we are way off topic.
we are so far off topic. But since we went down that rabbit hole, let's kind of nail that in. Um,
Okay, go for it.
Guys like strong women, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we do, right?
Yeah.
It's making fun of feminists like I do doesn't mean I don't want a strong woman. My woman is a very, very strong woman.
Yeah.
She is about family. She is intelligent. She's got master's degree. She hardworking, all about
Mm-hmm.
family, right? Smart, takes care of herself, right? All
Yep.
of those, votes, thinks for herself,
Mm-hmm.
right? All of those
And
feminist
she lets you know it.
values, right? Except she's not looking for a lesbian lover,
Right.
right? So, guys are looking, guys like a strong woman. A strong man needs a strong woman, right?
Yeah.
So my fun of my poking fun of feminists isn't that I don't like strong women, right? Most guys do, especially stronger guys, right?
Yeah.
They don't want that yes girl, that little Barbie thing. Um,
Yeah. No.
Although I don't mind my wife being a little trophy wife a little bit,
Hmm.
right? Uh, so
I think true.
there's some of that,
I think trophy wife. I think
and I
some of
don't
that
think I use
stuff
the
is
term right,
really
but
nice. Well, maybe, I don't know. I think some of that stuff is nice. I just, to me, it's like, I think you're right in that a lot of guys really do want a strong woman. They don't want, what they don't want is a domineering woman.
yeah,
Um, they want a woman who's going to be strong, who is going to challenge them. That's what they like. That's the big part of it. But they
yep,
don't want a woman who is so domineering that it's not that they are challenging the guy; it's that they are
beating him
just,
down,
yes.
right?
There you go. I was trying to
That's
look
not
for it.
healthy in any relation on either direction, right? That's not
Exactly.
healthy, right? A man shouldn't be beating the woman down. This doesn't represent strength or intelligence or even masculinity. Actually, in my opinion, uh, beating down somebody isn't a masculine or feminine trait. That's just a fear trait.
Yeah, you're correct. I agree with you there. And with that, we'll put a pin in that conversation
There it
for the
is.
time being,
And get
because
back
I
to the
think you
book.
ended. No, I think you ended it well, and I think that was good. Um, yeah. So he he is. It's good. The book is really good. As Phil kind of showed and alluded to, he's got this pyramid of how to get people to up to the super fan status. Now, what I guess what we should do first is define what a super fan is. And I walked away with his from his definition, and maybe you can clarify or agree or whatnot. But a super fan is essentially somebody who consumes everything that you produce, and yeah, essentially that. It's somebody who consumes everything that you produce. What do you think?
I hate Trump. I consume a lot of his stuff. Does that make me a super fan?
Maybe
Right? Because I'm on CNN. Like if I'm listening to CNN, like for a long time, for years, it was all about Trump.
it
I'd have to
was.
say they were super fans, but somehow I
Yeah,
think that misses the point.
maybe
Okay, so maybe I would I don't hate Trump. I don't hate feminists. I don't hate anybody, right? I make fun of everybody. I love them all
equally.
equally, right? So I think a super fan is more of somebody not just consumes your stuff, but
Hmm.
who advocates for you. Somebody who
Yeah.
is involved and who you've given special moments to, where they
Hmm.
have a strong connection to you, and that you were in their life at a moment that was critical enough that they feel like you're a part of their life,
Yeah.
and probably in a positive connotation.
So he gives an example of this with his wife being a fan of the Backstreet Boys.
what, what a
I would
hard example.
say a more modern example of that would be some of the people who are super fans of Taylor Swift or
I
Harry
thought you were about to say
Styles.
Disney fans.
No, I think well there is that there are people out there who are super fans of Disney and they just consume their content.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
think they have built the fan base up in a strong way. I mean,
yeah.
well, I don't like the grooming stuff. I think they, well, I mean, I got to
uh,
say it right,
you
but
you have to say it, but you have to be
right,
careful.
they're good. They're I'm not going to be welcome to Disney anymore.
Oh,
Um,
I that I don't care about. It's more of the how this podcast gets distributed that I'm more concerned about.
right, yeah, we're not going to be on Disney Plus now. Um,
Oops,
but I
what a
like
shame.
I know, right? But I like how they have a mission, at least an outgoing mission that is targeted towards providing a great experience. They have the whole uh way of they train their staff, they hire
Yeah,
fans, right?
yeah,
So I like what they do. I think is well done. Their approach to it is efficient.
has been. It has been efficient. I don't know about. It kind of seems like the company's ending up in a bit of a spiral now.
As I don't know, I know a lot of people aren't visiting it like they used to.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean. I guess they've been. I don't know. It's weird. Like that would take a lot of research and diving into things, and that's not where I'm at, and that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But anyway, those are super fans. Like those are people who are going to just really push. Like they love what you do. They're consuming the things that you are doing, and then they are also pushing other people to do the same thing. Is that a good definition, or are we
Go
missing
with that for
something here?
now, and if we have to, we can challenge that next week.
Ooh, I like that. I like that idea. So he talks about that, and he talks about the four steps to people becoming super fans. And the first one is always the casual fan, the person that just becomes aware of who you are. Other marketing people talk about this, and they're I don't know that they use the word casual, but that's the idea is basically it's the person who has just become aware of you and like kind of just knows you on the surface level and isn't like they have their curiosity is piqued. I would say
Hmm.
is a casual fan.
Yeah,
What do you think?
it's a rough and yeah. They just heard of you. They don't know who you are. They haven't made a personal connection.
Yeah, that's a big
They heard
problem.
your song for the first time. They kind of like it.
Yep.
They heard our podcast for the first time. They love it, but they don't quite have that connection yet. They
Uh,
don't know
they
why.
they
They'll
they
get
they
it later, but
they like you, but they hate you, Phil, and they
it's
don't know
true.
why.
No, they probably definitely know why. Um, at least they can make a long list. It's not going to be a
Yeah.
short list if they had to write it out.
No, that's a good point. That's oh, poor Phil. No love for Phil.
Right. Phil gets a special kind of love in the world.
Yeah. But moving up from the casual fan is to the more the more active fan, which I guess I don't know. I guess I would call them the people who are they're aware of you and they know you and they become more and more interested in what you are doing and the things that you are
Yeah,
that
maybe
you're
they left a
about.
like on a video or a comment,
Yeah.
or let's see, what they're not connected to you yet, right? So they didn't try to reach out, send you a personal message or a letter,
Hmm.
but yeah, they commented on the video. Maybe they shared the video.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the big one is like they're starting down the journey of
Participation.
sharing. What?
Yeah, some kind of participation.
Yeah, there you go. That's a really good way of doing it.